Hello,
Hello, what's your name?
my name's Liam.
Hello, Liam. Hello, Liam. How are you today?
I'm very good, Ahmed. How are you?
I'm good. What about yourself?
So I'm Liam. I'm from England, but I'm talking
Mm.
to you from Thailand this
Oh,
morning.
nice to meet you. You stay in Thailand?
Yeah, I live here at the moment.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Ahmed. I'm from Iraq. YouTuber, I'm YouTuber. And
Uh-huh.
English teacher. I make a video with the tutor on Cambly to learn English and share it on the social media. And I teach English on primary school. And
Okay.
I look for about the strategical way to speak like native speaker.
A strategic way to speak like a native speaker.
Yes.
I would probably
Yeah.
say listen as much as you can to Um, British, if you want a British accent and speak like a British
Yes,
native,
absolutely. Absolutely,
listen
I
to
like.
TV programs
Mm,
because people, you probably know this anyway, but people in real life don't talk the way they do in an English classroom.
mm,
We will use many slang words,
mm,
many idioms, phrasal verbs, you know. Um, we don't speak like Prince Charles, in everyday life. So I would say listen to native speakers, speak in as much as you can, and then you will get the idea of how to speak more, more native, I guess.
mm.
Yeah, it's the
There
only
is no plane.
strategy I would
There
know.
is no plane to learn English. Just practice with the say the phrases and sentences, idioms, slang, and formal and informal language.
I I don't think there's any sort of set way of doing this. I think most people, if they have a moderate amount of English, if they start to listen to TV programs or podcasts or the
Mm,
radio, they will start to pick up this native way of speaking rather than,
mm,
the more formal way of speaking that you would hear in maybe in an English book or. Like that. Um,
uh,
so I
which
always
is yes.
recommend
Mm,
um, learning English through stories on YouTube. You can listen to a story being read, and actually you can read it on the screen at the same
do
time.
you have do you have that website for this channel?
It's on YouTube. I can send it you afterwards. It's not a kind of a channel. It's just many stories that actors are reading, and but you can read it on the screen at the same time. So you can read what they're saying, but as you're reading, the actor is speaking. So you can hear
Mm,
it, you can see the word, because sometimes, you know, um, English words aren't pronounced in the same way as they're written, and it becomes very difficult for people, you know. So
Do
yeah,
you think it's learning second language for the people who want to learn English? It's difficult or easy?
it's easy for some people and more difficult for other people. It depends on your will, how much you want or
Mm.
you need to learn the language. It depends
That
on your age.
it depends how much you practice.
Yeah, of course. It's like anything, I play a musical instrument, and the more you practice the musical instrument, the more you get better. And it's just the same.
Mm.
The more you put in, the more you get out, you know?
Okay. Tell me about you was born in England.
Hmm. Yeah.
Which which city?
I was born in a city called Stoke-on-Trent. It's
Mm,
very close to Manchester, about 40 minutes
mm.
away from Manchester.
Okay. How
Um,
much
yeah.
accent? Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that's it, That's it, really. How much accent?
Yeah, how much accent in the UK?
Many,
Really?
many different accents. So you can probably go 30 kilometers and the accent will change.
That's
And the United
that's
Kingdom is made up of four countries, okay?
yes, yes,
It's not
yes,
one country, you know?
yes. I
So
know.
and each one of these countries has a different accent as well.
There is
Um,
a Cockney accent.
well, that's if London. That's to specifically to London. A Cockney
Uh,
accent, actually a specific part of London. But if
mm,
you go to Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham, London, Glasgow,
mm.
Edinburgh, Belfast, Cardiff, or it depends where you go, they'll all have different accents. Actually, Wales
But
has got its own language as well.
uh, but are they understand all the accents? Because someone to speak a specific accent and some others speak another accent. Are they understanding for each other when they speak?
It's difficult even for British people. Many
Mm,
English people will struggle with someone from Scotland or with
mm,
someone from Ireland. They will struggle with this accent because they use different words as well.
mm.
Um, for instance, if you're in Scotland or Northern Ireland, if someone says we like this, he means small.
That's mean a
Yeah,
we. Mm.
we
A
means
we. It's
small, and they will say, there's a wee boy or a wee girl. It means a young, small boy or girl. We. They say we instead of small. So they speak English,
mm.
but they use different words sometimes.
I think
So
it's language. I think it's language is a crazy language.
yeah, yeah, it's true. And if you
Okay.
look at the difference between American and and British, there's quite a few differences in the language, the spelling, and we say T. If there's a T in the middle of the word, British people pronounce it very strongly, and Americans don't pronounce it at all. So they would say
Uh,
water, and I would
I
say
know
water.
the I know the yeah I know this difference between the and so many people who they are learning English there's very different between the American accent and British accent and even the words and the grammar and the pronunciation I know that gray and gray.
Mm-hmm.
There is difference between the A and E. Okay. Let me ask
Mm-hmm.
you about this sentence I sent it to you. If I will study hard, I will pass my IELTS test. What's the mistake in this sentence? Is there many mistakes in this sentence?
Well, you don't need will, if I'm going to say it
Huh?
very naturally. If I
Mm,
study hard, um, I will pass my IELTS test. So it's not a question,
mm. No, no.
it's just a statement.
Is there any mistake in this sentence?
I would say if I study hard, I will pass my IELTS test. Yeah. I
Mm.
mean, it
Uh,
should be if I study hard, and then that's got to be there. I will pass
mm.
my
That's That's mean just will. If I study hard, if I study hard, I will pass my IELTS. That's correct. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. Line, do you know the website to improve my English language?
If it's talking about IELTS, there's a couple of websites to
No,
improve
no,
for the
not
IELTS test. But
talking about the IELTS, but yesterday I read this IELTS and the British Council in Iraq
hmm
post on Facebook this sentence. If I will study hard, I will pass my IELTS test. And
hmm
write in the comment what is the mistakes in this sentence. I read it again more than again, but unfortunately, I comment for the Iraqi British Council in Iraq. There is no mistake in this sentence.
Okay, well, the first letter of the if has got to be a capital because it's the start
Mm.
of the sentence. So it always has to be a capital. There's a small
Yeah.
I there, in the first one.
Mm.
The comma in the sentence isn't up to the word. There's
Mm.
will, doesn't need to be there. And the full stop or the period isn't right up to the test there if I'm looking at it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Mr. Lam, where did you study English? At the University of Oxford, Cambridge, Westminster
No.
University? Uh,
I I was a ceramic artist in England, so I didn't go to university for English.
mm,
But I'm a native speaker, and that's what Cambly require. I do have some qualifications
mm.
in English. I did go back to college and so on to teach English as a foreign language, but I don't think you'll see many people on Cambly that went to Oxford or Cambridge. It's very difficult. These are very difficult universities to get into.
Oh,
Only for
really?
very elite. Yeah.
It's are they need to should anyone to study in the Oxford or Cambridge that's pay the more the tuition fees?
I'm not sure whether they pay more tuition fees, but it's usually people that have a lot of money that children goes to these universities. It doesn't have to be, but they've usually paid for extra tuition. They're rich people like Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister went to this place, even though I
That's
don't
mean
think he's
you
smart.
that's mean for the famous people, not the public people.
Well, no, public people go, but usually from richer families. Okay,
Mm,
these are very kind of elite colleges and universities that you're talking about. So,
mm.
not everyone. Most people go to a university in their hometown or close to their hometown. So maybe to Manchester or Birmingham or London or
Okay,
whatever.
Mr. Lame. Okay, Mr. Lame. I talked to you, I think, 14 minutes. What about my language and which level? If you want to assess my English language, which level right now? A1, A2, B2, B1.
I don't usually assess people on those. I mean, we've only spoke for 15 minutes. I would say you
Mm.
were upper intermediate.
That's mean B1 or B2?
B1, maybe.
Uh, do you think it's using Cambly and talk to the native speaker with the tutors on Cambly that's improve my English language step by step?
Of course. Of course, you're speaking to native speakers from different parts of the world. It's gonna,
There's no steps to learn English, just to practice with the sentences and phrases and stories.
I mean, there's steps, of course, but the steps are different for everyone depending on what part of your
Uh,
English you want to
if
improve.
you have any website, send them to me. Thank you very much. Have a
I
good
will.